Hello everyone, what is going on? Raven here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the TV show Wednesday that is on Netflix. Now for those of you that have not watched the first 8 episodes that are out so far, you might want to watch those and then come back because I'm going to be talking about spoilers. So that is your warning, and if you did not watch it and you still listen to this, then I don't know what to tell you. So first off, I would love to say that I love the show. Wednesday Addams herself. What an amazing show. Now, it is sad that there's only 8 episodes, but there's so much going on. It is insane. Now, this show racked up over 341 million hours watched in its first week alone, and it actually dethroned Stranger Things. So we know that Wednesday is sent to Nevermore, like a private school for outcasts. And we find out that there's different types of creatures. We find out that there's werewolves, vampires, like the grogon, like look at you with their eyes and their snake hair and you turn to stone. And there's sirens and there's other creatures. And it's also, I will say this, it is amazing. I love the show. The only thing I would say is that it's kind of weird that they all of a sudden just threw, her having visions. Because that's not canon from the rest of the movies or everything else, unless I missed something. So obviously, if I did miss that from the old school movies, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. Now, at the very end... Wait. So first, Wednesday is sent here because she tried to kill someone who bullied her brother, which she found out through a vision who exactly it was. So she sent a whole bunch of loose piranhas into a pool and almost murdered a teenager. So she's sent to Nevermore. Then we find the amazing Gwendolyn herself from Game of Thrones. And we literally see her as this headmistress of the school. Now, I'm going to, bring this down. So technically the Siren is the lead of the school. She, is very much, the bad girl, the most popular. And then you got her ex-boyfriend and you have, all these individual people. Now, we had a monster in the very first season kind of take over and start attacking people, killing, normies as they called normal humans, and the outcasts as they called those that are special. And we get through, Wednesday's put in a room with a girl named Enid, who is a werewolf that has not tapped into her full werewolf abilities yet. Now, the Siren's ex-boyfriend Xavier has a gift of his own where he can I don't want to spoil too much, but basically he could draw an image and make it come to life sort of thing. And he kind of connects with this monster that is, kind of going through and murdering innocent normies and outcasts. So towards the end, after Wednesday has been threatened, her life has been threatened, people are just going crazy, they're going after her, there's a big plot going on. Now let's not forget, we have Christina Ricci in the Wednesday TV show from Netflix as well, and if you guys do not remember her, she did play Wednesday in the movies, The Addams Family and The Addams Family Values. She was the original, well not the original, but she was Wednesday before. So her character, she ends up being this normie teacher, quote unquote, but there's something, she's too sweet. Now I'm going to jump a bit. We're going to come to the end where Wednesday actually accuses Xavier of being the monster, which we found out from Uncle Fester is called a hyde, where you kind of morph into this monster, kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type scenario. So she thinks it's Xavier. She literally gets him arrested for it and everything else. Come to find out, she kisses this quote-unquote normie, who's also the sheriff's son, named Tyler, and turns out that he is the Hyde. So she goes to torture this poor boy. And you know what he says at the sheriff's office? He said, "What's it feel like to lose?" Like, how did no one hear that? I'm sorry. How did no one hear him go up to her and say, "What's it feel like to lose?" The Principal Weems, who is played by the actress Gwendolyn from Game of Thrones, ends up trying to, expel Wednesday, and then turns out at the very end she realized Wednesday was right. But to no avail, she ends up dying by this Christina Ricci's quote-unquote professor-teacher kind of attitude, but she's actually Laurel. So she faked her death, came here, took on this whole persona, found out that Tyler was a Hyde, and kind of became the quote-unquote, like, keeper of sorts. Like, the master of the Hyde, as you will. So that was fun. Hate to say that she actually died, but she did. And I'm going to say this, as I love this show, I cannot wait for season 2. And there is rumors of a season 2. Though the actress Gwendolyn teased in an interview, and she says, "We haven't seen her put in the ground, have we? I feel like Larissa Weems would not really be prepared to entertain or be dominated by anything as commonplace as death." So that means Gwendolyn Christie, who played Principal Weems, who was killed by this Laurel, quote-unquote, Christina Ricci, and says, since we haven't seen her put in the ground, that automatically means she might come back. Amazing. Just amazing. And I would love to see Wednesday kind of get together with the whole group again, because as we see at the very end, Tyler kind of morphs into the Hyde again. I would love to see how many people actually return for season 2. Now, we know for sure as to what we expect. So we expect, Jenna Ortega as Wednesday Addams to return. We expect Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia or Tish Addams to return. We expect Luis Guzman as Gomez to return. We expect Isaac Ordonez as Pugsley to return. We expect Fred Armisen as Uncle Fester to return. And we expect George Barcia as Lurch to return. There's no knowledge, although my guess is that Thing would come back as well. I'm kind of hoping for season 2 that we actually get to see like Cousin It, have him help with something some way or another, because like I said in the movies where Christina Ricci played Wednesday, you got to see Cousin It and a whole bunch of the family. Well, where's the rest of the family? I'm hoping that in season 2 we kind of get a look to see like Cousin It and some of the others, like the twins. And I loved that show so much. I legit want to watch it again and again. And Jenna Ortega, she does a really good Wednesday. Amazing. Like, Tim Burton creation, that Wednesday Addams TV show, spot on. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I will literally want to watch this over and over and over again because it was just so good. If you guys have seen this little TV series show on Netflix called Wednesday Addams, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Did you kind of expect it to be that Christina Ricci actually played, Laurel who faked her death, or did you expect her to be something else? I did not expect her to be the master of the Hyde. Not gonna lie. Although I am very glad that she got to be this different, twisted individual. Although we had never saw her be buried either. So my thought is, will she come back as well? Now, obviously, since Wednesday kind of combined with Goody Addams, obviously they can't really see each other anymore, clearly, because the one went into the other. Goody went into Wednesday. Now, does that mean that she could become more like Goody Addams? To have Goody Addams' spirit inside of you might tend to make you be a little different. What do you guys think? Obviously, I'm going to link everything in the description. And obviously, if you've seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. At the very end, we know Enid finally tempted her full werewolf ability. She actually turned during the blood moon, the night of the whole epicness. And she actually fought off Tyler as the Hyde. She literally literally kicked his butt. Now I was like kind of hoping that he would have been like done and not have a way to come back without saying the word. You know what I'm talking about? Although we do see he's fully alive and well, although he's no longer in a like medically induced coma or just unconscious, whatever was going on with him, he was able to fight through that, which means he's a stronger Hyde than what they expected. Now, what does the dad think about his son being a Hyde? Well, my guess is he actually, I bet he suspected. He legit suspected that his son was a Hyde because he knew something was wrong with Tyler's mother, which we have no real information other than the fact that she was a Hyde and she went to Nevermore school. I also love how Laurel, who finds out she's related to Crackstone, uses some sort of magical ability to bring him back from the dead. Now, I also find it interesting that he wanted to rid the world of outcasts, of those with special different types of people, like werewolves, vampires, etc., right? But he also was using magic. Did you guys all notice that? So why would someone that can use magical abilities want to get rid of people that can use abilities that are like supernatural in nature? I don't think we will ever find out the answer to that. Now, unfortunately, we don't know for sure if there's actually going to be a season 2. Although it is reported that everyone in the showrunners and the cast are on board, reportedly, that they are on board with a season 2. However, we don't know anything, but I'm hoping they will, especially with over the 341 million hours watched from the show. Everyone loves the idea of Wednesday Addams, and I love the fact that she gets her own show. I would love to see her fight bigger, badder people, and see her kind of come into who she should be, you know, instead of just a girl with no emotions. She's starting to open up her emotions. So I would love to see them expand more on that, but to have her kind of, you know, be more in control of her emotions. So like, you know, she has the emotions. She's not like stone cold anymore, but she's still as badass as she has been. Let me know what you think of the show and everything else that comes along with the Addams family and Wednesday Addams, her supernatural gift, and the school Nevermore in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what you thought about Morticia Addams back when she was in Nevermore, so she wasn't Addams yet, how she murdered a boy who turned out that he had nightshade poisoning. Did you expect her to be the one to hold the blade, or were you thinking, like I was seeing your entry, that it was actually Gomez defending her? Let me know what you think of everything in the comment section down below, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!